What's up? What's up? What it do? Y'all already know what it is. We back in the building again. And yeah, we gonna cook today. Yo, when y'all come in the building, y'all already know. Smash on that like button. Let me know you in the building and hop in the comment section. Smooth Groove Boxing, my brother off in the building, always showing love. He said, because they tried to stop my shine yesterday. Off in that super chat. What's happening with you, Smooth Groove? John Kramer off in the building. There you go, talking that boxing again. Y'all already know. Dre the Finest, what's happening with it? Dwayne Freeman, what's good? Can y'all hear me now? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Smooth Groove say I ain't got no volume. Yo. Yeah, I think. Okay, bet. I'm good then. Mike Grime off in the building. What's happening? Mr. Sheldon, what's happening with it? Yeah. And we got a lot to talk about today. A lot to cook on today. And like I said, when y'all come in the building, make sure that y'all smash on that like button. Let me know you in the building. Bumpy Thompson, what's happening with it? Salute to you, brother. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get it started. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna waste no time today. Mark Ambrose, salute. We ain't gonna get it. We not gonna waste no time today. First thing I want to cook on is, we got Shakur Stevenson fighting this weekend. Shakur Stevenson is fighting this weekend. Think he fighting dude named Jeremiah Nakatali or something like that. And we all know Shakur Stevenson gonna go out there and do his thing. I'm looking for Shakur Stevenson to display his skills and, do it in an amazing fashion. Now, I don't know too much about Shakur Stevenson's opponent this weekend, but what I'm hearing is this fighter is going to come straight for Shakur. I'm hearing that this is a fighter that walks to you. He don't back down. So this going to be a good fight to really see, because to really see where Shakur Stevenson's power is at. We already know that Shakur got all of the skills in the world. A lot of these dudes, well, he ain't got power. He don't have no power. And my thing is that I think that Shakur, he got enough power. You dig what I'm saying? He got enough power to keep you off of him. He have enough power to make you respect him. You feel what I'm saying? So we'll really be able to see in this fight because the past few fights that Shakur has had, I've been noticing that these fighters are in there and they just fighting to survive. Once they find out, okay, I can't beat this dude. He's too good. His skills are too much. They'll fight to survive, so they'll get the hold in. And, certain fighters, they know how to last 12 rounds if they not in there with just a straight killer, And that's really not Shakur Stevenson's fighting style. He's not going in there to just try to get you up out of there. If it's there, he going to take it. But you feel me? So you can pretty much fight to survive. But this guy, what I'm hearing from his opponent on Saturday, this Jeremiah Nakatilia or whatever, however you say his name, I'm hearing that this dude is going to come straight towards Shakur Stevenson. You feel what I'm saying? And so we're going to get to see if a guy is not in there fighting to survive, and he really in that fight, we might see Shakur get the stoppage. You feel me? Let me pull up this dude's resume. Let me pull up this dude's record, matter of fact. Hold on. So this is a fight that I'm looking forward to. Bobby say, how much is Shakur's salary? I don't know. I don't know how much he making tomorrow. That I do not know. Let me see. Let me pull up Shakur's. Jeremiah Nakathila, his record is 21. So this dude is 21 and 21 wins with 1 loss, and he got 17 KOs. So, you know, I mean, the dude got a good-ass record. Sheena, Queen Sheena off in the building. Salute to you, Sheena. Dude got a good-ass record, you know. He ain't really fought nobody. You feel me? When you look down his resume, he ain't fought nobody yet. So Shakur Stevenson is by far the best opponent that he ever been in the ring with. But with all that being said, the dude still got a high knockout percentage. And I'm hearing, like I said, I'm hearing that he gonna walk straight towards Shakur Stevenson. So Shakur gonna get a chance to display his power. Dude is from Namibia. He from Namibia, so he from the same place that Ndongo is from, Julius Ndongo. So we're gonna get to see. We're gonna get to see on Saturday night. But the main thing that's making me excited about this fight Saturday night is Jamel Herring. You know, Jamel Herring, and I gotta salute and shout out Jamel Herring because I came on here and I got on Jamel Herring's helmet. You know, I was on that man's helmet because he looked like that he was about to duck Shakur Stevenson. You feel me? He came out, he got on the mic after his last fight, and he didn't even mention Shakur Stevenson's name. We started putting that pressure on Jamel Herring. Shakur Stevenson put that pressure on Jamel Herring. And now Jamel Herring, per Bob Arum said that Jamel Herring has signed, basically signed an agreement to fight Shakur Stevenson next. You know, if Shakur Stevenson get past his opponent on Saturday night, Jamel Herring has signed an agreement to fight Shakur Stevenson next. And I'm also hearing that Oscar Valdez, he's fighting some other dude from overseas. So we can pretty much, you know what I'm saying, if Jamel Herring, he a man of his word. I can't say that, you know, he's not going to stick to his word unless he showed me different. But for right now, you know, I'm going to take Jamel Herring for a man of his word. And he going to give Shakur Stevenson that fight. You know, and that's a great fight. I love that fight. And don't get me wrong, I'm picking Shakur Stevenson to beat Jamel Herring, but Jamel Herring ain't no punk. You feel me? Jamel Herring can fight. And when Shakur Stevenson and Jamel Herring fight, it will be the toughest fight of both of their careers. It's going to be the toughest opponent that Shakur Stevenson has ever been in the ring with. And it'll also be the toughest opponent that Jamel Herring has ever been in the ring with. So it's a great fight, you know. So once again, shout out to Jamel Herring for, you know, stepping up to the plate and taking the fight, signing that agreement and not making it difficult. You know, he could have made it difficult. He could have, you know, acted like a bitch and, you know, made all type of stipulations to try to get out of the fight. But, you know, he pretty much he kept his word. He told me that he would fight Shakur Stevenson personally. And, you know, shout out to Jamel Herring for keeping his word and showing that, you know, he ain't no punk at the end of the day. And I can't wait till that fight happens. And I can't wait to see Shakur Stevenson this weekend go in there and display his skills once again. And really, you know, I want Shakur to shut people up because it's a lot of people in the boxing world, you know, that don't want to give Shakur Stevenson his just due. You know, that it's the excuse, oh, well, he ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought nobody. Shakur Stevenson has fought some solid competition. You feel me? He's fought some solid competition, but you still got dudes like Buddy McGirt and boxing fans and other people that's, you know, don't want to give Shakur Stevenson his just due. And they always revert back to saying, oh, well, he ain't fought nobody. You know, you guys are saying Shakur is this and that. He ain't never fought nobody. You know, and real soon, he going to get to show everybody that, no, I fought people. I just make them look like nobodies. You feel me? He going to get to show that soon. But also, you know, I don't know who else is on that card this weekend. Let me see if there's any other fights on the ESPN card this weekend. Let me pull up the fight schedule for this weekend and see what else is popping off. Because the only fight that I know of that's really going down this weekend that I can think of off the bat is Shakur Stevenson. If anybody in the chat, you know, if y'all know any other fights that's popping off this weekend, that's on that ESPN card, let me know while I'm looking it up. Okay, I got the full card right here. So you got Jose Pedraza versus Julian, I think it's Julian Rodriguez. Yeah, Julian Rodriguez. He's 21-0 with 14 KOs. So we got the return of Jose Pedraza this weekend. He fighting the undefeated Julian Rodriguez. That's going to be a good fight. Okay, we got Tyler McCurry versus Manuel Rojas. Okay, that's another good fight. We got John Boza versus Kristen Edwards. I don't know neither one of them. Okay, we got Alexander Zay. Okay, we got the young kid, Alexander, the up-and-coming kid. We got him. He fighting this weekend, too. He 8-0 with 6 KOs now. Xander's 8-0 with 6 KOs. So he fighting some dude named Larry Fryer. Then we got Brian Lua. Yeah, the rest of these dudes, we don't know, you know. Oh, we got Jihad Tucker's on that card. Jihad Tucker is versus Israel Barboza. So, yeah, man, we got a good fight card. ESPN, and that's why I really wanted to see who else was on this card, because I know ESPN, they really usually put on good fight cards. You know what I'm saying? ESPN, they really usually put on good fight cards all around the board. You feel me? So, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm looking forward, you know, we got some cool fights this weekend, you know, with the main event being Shakur Stevenson. Real talk. Yeah. So Pedraza, you know, dude, I don't know nothing about Pedraza's opponent, but like I said, looking at his record, he 21-0 with 14 KOs. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull up his box rec and see if he ever fought anybody, because I'm a resume dude. So you can't fool me with an undefeated record. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these dudes, they go in there, oh, well, he beat, you know what I'm saying? He beat 5 undefeated fighters. Okay, who the fuck did those 5 undefeated fighters beat? Themselves. So I'm going to pull up this dude, Julian Rodriguez's record, and see if he fought anybody, you know, see if he fought anybody. Because we all know Pedraza. And so maybe we could be seeing an upset. We could be, you know what I'm saying, seeing Pedraza might be able to get upset this weekend, but we don't know. Let me see if this dude fought anybody good that we know of. Let me see. Adam, let me see. Yeah. Just like I thought. So this guy that Jose Pedraza is fighting this weekend, Julian Rodriguez, he ain't never fought nobody. He 21-0 with 14 KOs, but he ain't never fought nobody. He ain't got nobody on his resume that we even ever heard of, really. So yeah, he never fought anybody. So with that being said, I'm looking for Jose Pedraza to go out and do his thing. You know, I don't know if Jose Pedraza gonna stop him or win by decision, but I'm picking Jose Pedraza because this dude ain't never fought nobody. And he has an okay percentage, but, you know, a lot of his fights are unanimous decisions against nobodies. So, you know, that's what that is. Also, you know what I want to talk about? I keep hearing a lot of people. You know, a lot of people making news about this Victor Conte stuff, right? With Manny Pacquiao. A lot of people making news, like, you know, coming out with news saying that there's not going to be no VADA testing for Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. You feel me? A lot of people coming out with news saying there's not going to be no VADA testing for Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. And I heard Errol Spence out of his own mouth. Errol Spence says that there is going to be VADA testing, right? There is going to be VADA testing. So I'm like, man, if Errol Spence say it's going to be VADA testing in this fight coming up, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? If Errol Spence say it's going to be VADA testing, that's what it is. And if Manny Pacquiao, right, swindles his way out of VADA testing, right, and Errol Spence agrees to it, well, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be a situation to where Errol Spence wants this fight so bad, you know, he agrees to certain things like letting VADA tests happen, right? But saying that, you know, Manny Pacquiao can have a cutoff date so many, you know what I'm saying, weeks before the fight. Or they don't have to start up the VADA testing until, you know, so many weeks before the fight or something. If Errol Spence agreed to any of that stuff, that's on him. You feel me? We can't give him no excuses. That's on him. So right now, Errol Spence says it's VADA testing. I see a lot of people coming out with stories saying that, you know, there ain't going to be no VADA testing. Well, Errol Spence told you it was going to be VADA testing. So we can't, you know, we can't come out with these stories saying it's not going to be no VADA testing. Now, Victor Conte did say in the Keith Thurman fight that it was no VADA testing, right? We all knew that already. We all knew that for some reason, Keith Thurman, I think that Keith Thurman's head was so big, he was just like, fuck it. I can beat Manny Pacquiao, VADA tested or no VADA testing. So, you know, in the Keith Thurman fight, he let Manny Pacquiao basically have the minimal amount of testing in that fight. They did have testing, but it was the minimal amount of testing. And the minimal amount of testing pretty much mean that probably, you know what I'm saying, they was probably barely testing them. They was only, you know what I'm saying, there was probably only piss test, wasn't no blood testing, and they was probably barely testing them. Because if you go back, and I'm just talking about it, I'm not trying to take nothing away from the Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao fight. Because like I said, at the end of the day, whatever Errol Spence agrees to, that's what he agreed to. You know what I'm saying? You have your chance to press an issue, and you have your chance to say, look, fuck it. I agree to this. You feel me? But if you go back, and I talk about this, I've talked about this before. If you go back in the fight with Manny Pacquiao and Adrian Broner, right? It was supposed to be testing in the Manny Pacquiao Adrian Broner fight, right? They both had agreed to test it. I don't know at what extent I don't know what was in the contract to, you know, what extent it was supposed to be, but I believe it was supposed to be VADA testing, right? Let me bring Money in. Money, what's happening with it?
What's going down? What's going down, Brody? What's going down?
What's happening with it? What's happening with it? Yeah, I don't know if you was listening, but I'm cooking on it. Okay, now, so basically, man, I'm cooking on the situation. Because a lot of people coming out with videos saying that, you know, it's no VADA testing in the Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao fight and this and that. And so basically what I'm saying is that I'm taking Errol Spence for what he said. Errol Spence says that there is VADA testing. It's going to be VADA tested. So if Errol Spence said that, I'm basically like, okay, well, that's what he said. You got to take the man for his word. And then if there's something in the contract to where, it's VADA testing, but it's limited VADA testing, and Errol Spence agrees to that, well, fuck, he agreed to it. It is what it is. That's on him. You know what I'm saying? That's on whatever he agrees to, whether it's full body testing, where they testing you all the time, randomly coming to get your blood, right? Or whether it's limited or whatever it is. If Errol Spence signs on that dotted line and he agreed to it, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking him for his word. Now, that's just what it is, But I was saying a lot of people talking about this, and they kind of running with the story, right? But at the end of the day, you got to take a man for whatever he agreed to. Now, I was saying that in the Keith Thurman fight, we all know that for some reason, Keith Thurman agreed, you know what I'm saying? Because Keith Thurman had to agree to what Manny Pacquiao wanted. So Keith Thurman agreed to Manny Pacquiao only wanting the limited amount of testing. So the limited amount of testing, what I was saying, was probably wasn't even blood testing, was probably urine testing. You know what I'm saying? And they was probably barely getting tested, right? In the Keith Thurman fight. But I believe that Keith Thurman felt, testing or no testing, I'm younger than Pacquiao, I'm bigger than him, and I'm gonna beat him no matter if he owns some shit or he not on some shit. You know what I'm saying? He basically downplayed Manny Pacquiao. That's on Keith Thurman. So we can't use that as an excuse. And then I said, we also know that back when, Manny Pacquiao and Adrian Broner fought, it was supposed to be testing. But Adrian Broner, he did the interview. When he did this interview, True Money, Adrian Broner was like, shit, I thought we were supposed to be getting tested, but shit, they ain't came and test me one time. So I don't know what's going on with Pacquiao, but I ain't seen these motherfuckers. I thought I've been waiting for them. They ain't came and tested me. So I understand why, some people are making a big deal and saying, okay, well, Errol Spence needs to have an eye open. Errol Spence needs to be really focused on, okay, is this man trying to, get around testing and all that? And then Victor Conte, he came out and he says that Errol Spence really needs to be watching Pacquiao. The only thing Errol Spence needs to be watching and worried about is whatever agreement he signs or signed to in that contract. Because Victor Conte is saying that he knows that Errol Spence is already fully enrolled in VADA testing, right? So he's saying that he already know Errol Spence is fully enrolled in VADA testing, but Manny Pacquiao is not fully enrolled. Now, you still have a little more than 2 months before this fight is happening, right? So we got, what's today's date? So we probably got like 2 months and a week. You know what I'm saying? So by next week, Manny Pacquiao will have to be enrolled if it's full WBC VADA testing, because I think they start 2 months out. But with the WBC VADA testing, I think it's like a 2 months out, right? So by next week, we'll know. You feel me? He still got a week or so to enroll in the full VADA testing. Now, if he don't enroll in full VADA testing, if we still see them get in the ring, win, lose, or draw, right? That's on Errol Spence. Because that's on Errol Spence. He doing the same shit that Keith Thurman did. So we can't make no excuses at the end of the day. Oh, well, if something goes wrong. I think Spence can beat him either way, period. But I'm just saying we can't make that an issue or a subject for this fight, because at the end of the day, it comes down to what the fighters agree to. When the Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao fight didn't happen, it's because that Floyd Mayweather stood on his square and he was like, we not fucking getting in the ring unless you go through full testing. It ain't no we got to cut off 30 days before the fight. It ain't no we got to cut off 15 days before the fight, or we got to, if Manny Pacquiao, test positive, we got to hide it and still go on with the fight. It's none of that. Floyd Mayweather stood on his square, and that's what it was. So it's up to Errol Spence, if anything, to stand on his square. Other than that, if they get in the ring, I don't want to hear nothing about no testing. Period. That's just what it is. You agree to what you agree to. You know what I'm saying? You agree to that, and that's at the end of the day. It shouldn't be an issue that none of us should be talking about, because that's on the fighter. That's how I feel about it. It's on the fighter to, whatever they signed to and agree to in the contract. Errol Spence is a veteran. He knows, he know what it is. He know what he has to do, right? So that's just what it is, man. And let me read some of these comments, and then I'm gonna let you cook on it, Money. Jay Triller says Floyd didn't want Manny fight because Manny wanted VADA drug test. Man, I'm not even reading the rest of that shit. John Kramer said Victor Conte said Pac only takes the commission test, and Blu-ray said VADA has already came and took blood and urine for Spence. What? Let me hold on. Let me read. Let me make sure I'm reading Jay Triller's comment correctly, because the first couple words that I read look like some. Let me see. Floyd. Let me see. Floyd didn't want the man crack. Floyd. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. You can go somewhere with that dumb shit you talking. But anyway, Money. What's good with it, man?
Man, chilling. They always go try to come in here and deflect with Floyd on some shit. That's my thing, man. Shayna, what's going down, Beautiful Queen? That's why I don't like even talking about this shit, because this just discredited, man. And that's why I hate when people always try to discredit. Motherfuckers are coming here, or they make videos. Even Victor Conte. Victor Conte shouldn't be saying shit. He shouldn't be saying shit. Training camp haven't even started yet for them dudes. You know what I'm saying? These dudes just working out, getting themselves in shape. So when training camp hit, you know what I'm saying, they'll be on weight, and they can go in there and focus on their game plans. Them man's got it in the contract. Errol Spence already said VADA will be used. There's nothing else to be talked about. Manny don't have to be enrolled into the WBC VADA program, because Manny is not. He don't have a fucking WBC title. He's fit to fight for it now because Errol has it. But Manny was the WBA super champion, and before that, he wasn't even a fucking champion. So you don't have to be rolled into the Body Clean boxing program, bro. You feel me? Earl wasn't enrolled into it until he got the WBC. And people want to make that shit a big deal. These dudes don't look. If check this out, kid. You out with your girl and your kids, right? You enjoying yourself. Let's just say you in fucking Puerto Rico, fucking wherever you are, right? You don't want to have a motherfucker calling you, talking about, I need you to come back to the States at this moment. You have to get tested. Why? Why the fuck do I have to come back? I don't have your title. I'm not paying no sanctioning fees for y'all. You feel me? Now, if I had the title and I had to sign that contract, then I'm obligated. But if not, I'm not gonna have to fly from all the way around the fucking world to come back so I can give you some piss and blood, right? And I know I'm clean. Now, I'm not putting up past nobody. But my thing is, if these men has never been caught, Manny Pacquiao has never been caught. Yes, we got speculation. I don't give a fuck how big the speculation could lead up to somebody doing something. The man was never caught. Errol Spence was never caught on nothing, right? I'm not going to come out here and saying neither one of these men has cheated. Neither one need to be tested. Neither one need to be watched. None of that shit, bro. Because to take away from these dudes' fight, they know the fight coming up is one of the biggest fights. And now these motherfuckers come out here. Now we got steroid shit flying all around the world. Instead of saying, man, Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao to be one of the biggest fucking fights of this year, if not the biggest fight of the year. These motherfuckers want to come out. Victor Conte, you shouldn't be saying shit about nothing, man. You should be happy that you got a motherfucking third chance. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to come out and start telling people what to do and how to do this and that. Like, oh, I want to get back in the good graces of the people, this and that. You one of the motherfuckers that help motherfuckers cheat and get away with this shit. So now don't get to coming out talking about what we need to watch and none of this shit, bro. Let them mans be, bro. When they get tested, if they clean, right, they're clean. I'm not gonna let shit take away from this fight, how big this fight is, the magnitude of the fight, and what it's gonna do for either fighter if they come out with a W, bro. Because at the end of the day, that's all it is discrediting and turning people on to some bullshit. Now you got cats out here talking about Errol Spence, this, that, and the third. You got cats talking about Manny Pacquiao, this and that. Man, miss me with the bullshit, bro. Both of these dudes are clean fighters. Both of them are carrying the sport on their back, doing great things for the fucking sport. And that's why the sport can't never grow. Because every time we get something, oh, we want the big fights. And then as soon as we get the big fights, oh, steroid this, steroid that. They want to shit on the fight. And you got these stupid motherfuckers out here writing stories. That's why I made 2 videos of Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao shitting on the haters and the naysayers, letting them know that they clean. This man just came out and said we're going to have body tests. And what else do you want? Motherfuckers, oh no, we don't want them having USADA. USADA let them cheat. All right, the man said they got VADA. Now they got VADA. Oh, well, they said they're not enrolled in VADA yet. Or this, that. Of course the man not enrolled yet. The fucking training camp haven't even started. So what the fuck, bro? So at the end of the day, man, it's just bullshit to take eyes off the fight, to take, the recognition off the fight for what it's going to be for whomever win the fight. You feel me? And I'm not following none of that shit. I don't care about none of them narratives what nobody's saying. Like you say, kid, if you sign that contract, that's it. Nothing else to be said. You sign the contract to fight, and at the end of the day, nothing comes out dirty on that man, nothing, then it's nothing else to be talked about. Not with what Agent Brown is saying, or they supposed to be testing this and that, not what Keith Thurman's saying, or none of that shit. Because they signed the contract, so you know what you're in for. Only thing Errol Spence needs to be focused on is what Errol Spence got to do to be in the best shape of his fucking life, to fight the best motherfucking Manny Pacquiao that's going out there, bro. That's it. Don't worry about what nobody talking about, no steroids. Don't worry about looking at what Manny Pacquiao doing or none of that shit. Do what you got to do to go in that ring and perform to the best of your abilities. So when it's all said and done, your fucking hand can be raised. And that's it, bro. That's it. That's all like my bro Batman to say. We ain't worrying about none of that other shit, bro.
Right. So, I'm gonna make it clear. When the Floyd Mayweather, and then that's shit in the past, but when the Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao situation was going down, right? I do believe that Manny Pacquiao was on some shit. 150% I believe it. Because it's simple to me. If somebody come get me right now and say, look, you got to take a drug test. We think you on motherfucking cocaine or heroin or whatever. If, you know what I'm saying, and we're going to pay you, I will pay you to go take this blood test because we think you on something. Shit, where the money at? I'm finna go take that shit real quick because I know I don't have nothing in my system. Now, if I have some shit in my system, I'm gonna make 1,000,001 excuses. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna make a whole bunch of excuses not to take the test. So, I mean, in that situation, it's just, to me, it's just basically common sense. Yeah, he was on some shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Of course he was on some shit, but that don't have nothing to do with now. And I feel about that situation.
That's allegedly.
I feel about that situation how Floyd Mayweather stood on his square after every fighter saw that play out, right? They had a chance to do the same shit that Floyd Mayweather did, right? The man full blood testing for Manny Pacquiao, or we not going to get in the ring and fight him. Or if we are going to get in the ring and fight Manny Pacquiao, it's going to be, they're going to have to pay us a whole lot of money. They could have did that. You know what I'm saying? If Manny Pacquiao refused, they could have blackballed him basically out of the sport if won't nobody fight him. But they didn't do that. So they didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So however it was, until they started demanding him get blood tested, he was able to get around the shit. But, now everybody knows the deal. Everybody know the deal. So, I'm not going to put no emphasis on Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence or anybody else that he gets in the ring with, because they know what it is. They know what they got to do, straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? So if I get in the ring or, and I know what I'm getting into, that's on me. So, but
I'm gonna say this, even if you feel like he was on something, that's still, you gotta say allegedly, because the man never was caught on shit. And I'd be lying if I didn't say I had my suspicions. Of course, you talking about your friend. All the shit that Floyd said, it led it up. You know what I mean? To at least say you gotta have some type of suspicion on why he didn't want to do this. But the man still never got popped dirty for shit. So people can't really just say, oh, you was on something. You feel me? Paulie was another one saying he was doing some shit. You know what I mean? All I'm saying, if you can't say, oh, you did this, you did that. If the man wasn't ever caught, you can't say he did that shit.
I mean, you can say allegedly, but you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if the man wasn't ever caught, I got a man that's a clean fighter. The man never did shit. I got a homeboy, right? And you know what I'm saying, that I've been, for years and years, right? And
I know he was on some. I know he was on some heavy shit. You know what I'm saying? Some heavy drugs because he was. You know what I'm saying? He was burnt all the way out. You know what I'm saying? And I asked him like, you know, because I'm gonna put you in the sober house. I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna help you out. I want to get you on your. And he wouldn't admit. He was like, all I do is drink liquor. And I'm like, okay, I know a dope fiend when I see one. All I do is drink, and he just stayed to that shit. It's just the liquor. It's just the liquor. It's just the liquor. You know what I'm saying? And he would never admit that. Well, you know what I'm saying? It came out that he was, so I could have said allegedly, but I knew. It's the same shit with Manny Pacquiao. We can say
that's different. That's totally
different. We can say allegedly, but if a man tells you, if a man refuses to take a drug test, and then behind the scenes,
that's totally different, Keith.
And then behind the scenes, they try to get they try to get Floyd Mayweather and his team to agree in the contract, okay, well, if we do take the drug test, if we do take the blood testing, and he does, you know, come up and pop dirty, right? You can't put it out in public. We'll pay you guys an extra $500. We'll continue with the fight, but we can't put the news out in public. I mean, it's just too much of, you know what I'm saying? That's just common sense to me.
Yeah, but all I'm gonna say is the man never popped dirty, so I can't say the man did shit. You can say it all you want to.
Other people I can say it. You can't. I mean, that's
the man never popped dirty. The man career was clean. That man earned his 8 Division World Champions. I mean, his 8 Division World titles. He did his shit. So
yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm not letting none of that shit.
I mean, Barry Bonds never popped dirty neither, but his motherfucking head got 10 times bigger. You
Barry Bonds did size.
His hat size grew from a 7. He never did,
and he admitted it.
Barry Bonds never popped dirty.
Barry Bonds popped dirty and he admitted. So
he never did.
When I look at the situation,
Barry Bonds never popped dirty, nor did Sammy Sosa. But we know both of them took steroids. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And like my man John Kramer said, he never popped dirty back then because he didn't take Olympic style drug testing.
It doesn't matter. The man never popped dirty.
You know what I'm saying? Lance Armstrong never popped dirty until they start testing his blood.
I'm not fit to say the man did.
No, I mean,
like I say, allegedly, bro.
Barry Bonds never popped dirty.
The man never popped dirty.
And Barry Bonds never popped dirty neither. But his hat size grew from a size 7 to a 9.5. So I mean, it is what it is. But you know, I ain't gonna keep going on, you know, and argue with you about this situation. I know what it is, but you know,
ain't no arguing shit. You don't want to argue. I'm just saying
it is what it is, you know. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, like I said, these fighters know what it is, and that's on them. But moving along, man. I want to talk about, man, Claressa the Gwoat Shields. You feel me? I want to talk about Clarissa Shields last night, man, because everybody was interested in seeing what Clarissa Shields could do in the MMA cage, man. And Clarissa Shields, to me, man, it was amazing, man. It was exciting to watch. It was nerve-wracking to watch at the same time. But let's talk about Clarissa Shields, man, last night. And I'll let you go ahead and cook on that, you know, and then I'll, you know, cook on it myself.
Shouts out to Clarissa on the you know, what can I say? Trying to find the right word. I'm saying a extraordinary win because looking at her, she was down like a motherfucker. And if that girl could have lasted just to that 3rd round, she was gonna get the win. I was looking at the fight. I'm like, this ain't her. Just like this. I first of all, I'm gonna be real. I didn't want to see her go over to MMA, mixed martial arts. I didn't want to see her do that shit. You feel me? So when I seen her on the ground and I seen that girl on it and I seen how she was trying to get up, like she's strong. I get Clarissa that. Clarissa is strong, but she was using too much extra strength trying to get the girl up off of it. And I'm like, damn, let's go, you know, take a little energy from her. But when the girl grabbed her arm bar, try to go for the arm bar, I ain't gonna lie, I thought she had her ass, but Clarissa showed me some shit on the ground that if she do get better on the ground, bro, she could be a problem because her strength is real. Her ass is strong, but you know the girl never hurt her for us like trying to ground a pound and shit like that. She never hurt her. So when she was on the ground, I'm just looking at her like she's trying to force her way up. That shit go drain her. She not looking too good, kicking her legs up in the air and shit. It's just like a regular fight on the street. You know what I'm saying? Like when we're trying to get a motherfucker off you. So I'm like, Clarissa trying to get her the fuck up off her. But I know if she can get to her feet it's gonna be a different story. If she can stay on her feet, it's gonna be a different story. But the girl was smart. She kept trying to keep her distance, keep her ass back, and she tried to wrestle her ass. You feel me? And she had experience too. But I'm quite sure she like this motherfucker is strong. But the third round, man, I was going crazy. When she had on the ground, I was going crazy. I'm like, just keep punching her ass, keep punching her ass. So when she got the knockout, bro, it was a different thing, and I had to sit back and think. I'm like, bro, you can't be afraid to fail in life. You feel me? I'm like, and that's when I had to straight change my whole attitude and way of thinking towards it, because to see how happy she was, bro, to get that fucking to get that win, and then to hear her post conference. I mean, the post conference interview, how she said the girl was so experienced. Like she gave credit to the girl, but that she's trying something different. And when you try something different, it ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy. But that was a worthy knockout, right? A very worthy knockout, a very worthy stoppage. Because she just got the nail in her ass, bro. She was in there with all shots. And I'm looking at the strikes. She in there with almost every strike that she threw, like almost every punch she threw, she landed almost everything. But as the competition go up, it's gonna get tough for her ass. It's gonna get tough, and she gonna have to work on that ground game shit, because old girl had many opportunities to submit her. I don't think she went the wrong way on a few things, but with somebody that's very experienced, that got more experience than old girl, she had experience as well. I think they gonna try to do some things to Clarissa that's gonna be uncomfortable for her, and go continue to try to take her ass on the ground and wrestle her ass like they did the boxers before. But if Clarissa can keep it on, if she can keep the fights on the ground, standing up, striking, but still work on them takedowns where they can't take it down, bro. And if she can get a motherfucker on the ground and work on her takedown skills, because if she's so strong, if she can get the girls on the ground and she start hitting their ass with them with the power she got, I don't think nobody can beat her. Like, that's just me. I don't think nobody can beat her. If she work on her takedown game, because when Clarissa get your ass on the ground, that girl can move. She had her ass locked, and she is fucking mean, bro. Clarissa is mean. You can tell, like, she want to hurt your motherfucker. She like, motherfucker, all right. Like, she got the swing. Like, I don't give a fuck about what y'all talking about. So I think if she work on her takedown game, work on the takedown defense, she can be a real threat in the mixed martial arts, bro. The first 2 rounds was shaky. It had a lot of motherfuckers thinking like she shouldn't be doing this, that, and the third. But that third round, it said a lot to me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, Keith. And I used to tell you that shit like, cuz it ain't for. And you used to tell me like, nah, money, bro, this and that. So right now, after watching that third round with Clarissa, I don't mind seeing her in the UFC, and I think she do got a place in there. But she just gonna have to focus on that shit 120%. I don't think she gonna be able to bounce back and forth from boxing to UFC too much. But if she want to do the UFC, she gonna have to focus on that takedown shit. Because once you get up there with the girls that really know that jiu-jitsu shit and really know how to whoop their ass on the ground, it's going to be problems for her. But like I say, if she can reverse that shit and get them on the ground, it's going to be problems for their ass, because they can try to defend all that, the grappling, the arm bars and all that shit. You can't defend them power punches that she going to be landing on your ass. And she hit with some power with them look-at-the ass gloves on. But it was a good thing to see. It was exciting. Much respect to her. And we'll just see how far she want to take her mixed martial arts career.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. My man Mark Airbro said money gonna stick to his guns no matter what. Man, we know that. We hey, well, shit. That's what you're supposed to do. Is salute to my man Batman in the building. What's happening with it? And salute to Mike on Sports. What's happening with it, Mike? Make sure y'all go.
Come on down, Mike.
Yeah, make sure y'all go subscribe to Mike on Sports, man, and go, show him some love over there. Always cooking.
I'm telling y'all right now, y'all stay saying Barry Bonds and Pop, Barry. Barry Bonds admitted, man. I know what I've seen with my own eyes, bro. He admitted to fucking steroids. Now y'all go do the research.
Hey, money go. He ain't gonna let that shit go.
No, I'm reading my man thing. My man's in the comments.
But yeah, man. Clarissa Shields, man, she was amazing to me last night, because she showed that she has the type of dog in her. We don't see that type of dog. She got a different type of dog in her. You feel me? Because if you go back to the history of, and I'm talking about men fighters transitioning from boxing and other sports to try to go into MMA, when they get in those positions that you see Clarissa Shields was in last night, on her back, getting full mounted in submission positions, they don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? They panic. They get the kick in, and they get to, they panic.
She was kicking like a motherfucker.
They panic in that situation, but she stayed calm. If you look at how she was breathing, she never got tired. She, you know what I'm saying? She stayed calm, and she's powerful. Like, she's strong as fuck. Her hips, just her lower body strength is hella strong. Her hips is super strong, and her upper body strength is strong. Like, she's very strong. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when she was talking about, oh man, I beat Keith Thurman ass. We know she can't beat Keith Thurman ass in no boxing ring, but I'm gonna tell you, she's stronger than a lot of them dudes. Clarissa Shields, huh?
What about street fight?
Nah, man.
I'm just talking shit.
Nah. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: she is stronger than a lot of them fighters that you see. She's stronger than a lot of them dudes, straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to think about it, she's stronger than a lot of these dudes that we see in the boxing ring. She is stronger than a lot of them dudes, because that girl she was fighting yesterday, she was a big girl. She was a lot bigger than Claressa Shields. You feel me? So that girl on top of her, that wasn't no lightweight. And you know, she had Clarissa in certain positions to where you see other, you know, beginners coming to MMA and like they don't know what to do in that position. They lose it in that position. You know, they panic.
Tony.
Yeah, they panic in that position. You either see them get tapped out or you see them get ground and pounded out. And Clarissa, like I said, I was looking and I seen her and she was keeping her cool. You know, she didn't get tired. Her conditioning was off the fucking chains. I never seen anybody come into MMA, right? First time ever, and have conditioning like she had. In that, because see, you know, you might be able to, you know, fake your conditioning if you're on your feet, but once you go to the ground and you struggling to get out of, you know, top position, like Brittany, what was her name? Brittany Elkin had on Clarissa Shields. When you struggling like that, your stamina is gonna go. You feel me? If you're not in tip-top condition, that's the first thing that's gonna go is your stamina, because you don't know how to breathe yet, you know, and you panicking, right? When you panicking, you get tired faster. And she didn't do that. And that was very surprising to me, because when she got in that position that she was in, my thing is I was scared that Clarissa Shields was going to panic and that she was going to get tired. And then when she did get off her feet, because I think the first takedown, she got up, you know what I'm saying? She was able to get back on her feet. Then she got taken down again, right? Now, when the second round starts, I'm like, okay, man, Clarissa Shields might tire out, because that's what you see. When the next round come, right, they might have made it through the round, but now they tired as hell. So all of that stand-up game and everything they learned, it goes out the window when you get tired. But we seen Clarissa Shields come out there and she's fresh. She's still fresh. Now, one thing that I did notice, and salute to my man Scotty White. Salute to World Combat Sports. Make sure that y'all go sub to World Combat Sports. Make sure that y'all go sub to World Combat Sports. If y'all ain't sub to World Combat Sports yet, I don't know what the fuck you're doing in your life. You know what I'm saying? And I was actually over there with Scotty, and me and Scotty cooked on this situation last night after the fight.
Salute Batman as well. Keep Batman in business.
Yeah, I did salute Batman already.
Bat, what's going down, bro?
Yeah.
I ain't heard you say nothing about Bat. What's going down, Bat?
Yeah, I did. And like I said, man, me and Scotty was cooking on this situation. And Scotty is a former fighter himself. So, you know, he's very seasoned when it comes to mixed martial arts, you know. And me and him was cooking on the situation. And I was telling Scotty last night, man, Clarissa Shields, at certain points, you can see that she's too tough for her own good. You feel me? She's too tough for her own good, because I saw a couple of situations that Clarissa Shields, she actually got on top of Brittany Elkin, right? And Brittany Elkin was able to reverse positions because she's more accomplished on the ground. And if Clarissa Shields wasn't so tough for her own good, and I'm pretty sure her corner was telling her, get up, let her get up. Clarissa Shields, right? She was supposed to let Brittany Elkin get up and both restart on their feet. but Clarissa Shields is too tough for her own good in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? So because she got so much a dog in her, she didn't realize, okay, I'm out of my element. Let her get up. Let's both get up off the mat and let's restart in a position where I'm in my element. And so that's one thing that she's gonna have to learn, right? But man, she looked great, and it's just a dog in her, man. What I saw really last night.
What about her takedown? Because she had takedown too.
Yeah, right. Well, she had she was able to reverse the takedown when she was on the ground.
That's my her takedown, not the reverse. She took her ass.
Yeah, when she sprawled. When
he's saying the girl had to reverse it.
Yeah, right. But and what I'm saying is what I really saw out of Claressa Shields is that dog. Like Claressa Shields have something in her to where she's like, you're gonna have to kill me to beat me. I'm not gonna give up at all. I'm not gonna give up. You're gonna have to kill me if you want me to beat, if you want to beat me. And I saw that in her. And I felt that in her. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of dog that she has in her. You feel me? It was just like I've seen so many. I've been watching MMA. I've been watching MMA since like 1992 when it first came on the scene. And I've seen so many men and women in that position when they have the experience, the lack of experience that Claressa Shields do.
Let me say this, Keith.
I've never seen them get past that position that she was in.
Right, Isaiah Black, Captain America, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, man. You just hate him. I just read the first comment.
I'm not even worried about that clown.
You know, that's our first motherfucking fight. What you talking about, tomato can? That girl was experienced.
Right. And like I said, man, you don't see people with the experience that Claressa have get out of the top position and get out of those positions that you saw her get out of. And I think that was more so just it was strength. You know what I'm saying? She has a lot of strength in her hips, and it was more so of just the pure dog in her. Now, you know, Brittany Elkin is supposed to be a brown belt. So usually when you see a brown belt get fighters in a position that she had Claressa Shields in, you don't see it last too long. You know, they definitely going to get the, stoppage. But with all that being said, man, Claressa Shields, she showed that she does know how to stop takedowns. And I saw that early in the fight, she knew how to stop takedowns. But I think that she was using too much of her, I don't want to say macho-ness, of her toughness.
It was.
Yeah, she was using too much of that instead of her brain and what she had learned, you know what I'm saying, because of all the adrenaline and you in the heat of the moment, you know. But I think once she did settle down and once the third round came, she finally listened to her corner in the third round and she was able to, pretty much stick to the game plan. She was able to use her sprawl and stop Brittany from taking her down, use her lower body hip strength, right? And she has a good sprawl. For this being her first time in the cage, she has good takedown defense, right? She was able to use her hip and use her strength in her hips to use good takedown defense. And she showed that. And then this time, what she did is she stuck to the game plan, right? She didn't go to the ground with Brittany. And then when she did go to the ground, she made sure that she was in the side top position and she just pounded her out. Now, I was screaming, get up, get on your feet, get back up on your feet, because Brittany Elkin, if she was able to, because a few times I seen Brittany Elkin trying to basically, get in position to, switch positions and get Claressa Shields on her back. But Claressa would just kept, bombing down with them hard ass shots. And, she got the stoppage. She got the stoppage, man. And Claressa, man, she looked hella explosive with them 4-ounce gloves on. Right, she looked hella explosive with them 4-ounce gloves on, and every time she was touching Brittany Elkin with them 4-ounce gloves on, Brittany Elkin, she was feeling that shit, dog. She was feeling that.
She hit her almost everything she threw. She almost hit her with.
Yeah, she was rocking her back too. She was rocking her. She was rocking her, man. And Claressa, man. So the biggest attributes that she had that I took from this was her dog, her strength, and her strength, and her stand-up skills. She can punch with those 4-ounce gloves on, man. She can punch with those 4-ounce gloves on. And her will not to lose.
There you go. Can you just out there say her willingness to win, bro?
Yeah, her willingness, right? She don't have the word lose is not in her. Losing is not in her. So I think going forward, I think that she's gonna learn from this. She's gonna continue to get better. And in 2.5 years, I think Clarissa Shields is gonna be a very, very big problem in when it comes to MMA fighting, when it comes to women's MMA fighting. But the thing is like me and Scotty was talking. I was asking Scotty because he knows more about MMA than I do, right? I know about boxing, been involved in boxing for a long time. But when it comes to MMA, I've never been, involved in. I just watch MMA. I watched MMA since 92. But he's been in there. He's been in the trenches in MMA. So I was asking Scotty from World Combat Sports last night. I said, Clarissa Shields is gonna have to learn, different elements to her game. I said, so what if you could take one thing that she needs to learn right now and for her to focus on, what would it be? And Scotty said Muay Thai. He said Muay Thai because Muay Thai is gonna teach her basically how to really kick, you know what I'm saying? And with them hard ass shin kicks and leg kicks, then when she learns how to do that, because we seen her kicking, but her kicking wasn't doing, she don't know how to kick yet, right? It wasn't no effect. She was just, basically throwing them shits out there, But he says if she goes over to Thailand, he said she go over to Thailand for 6 months, he said they gonna break her down and she gonna get an experience that she can't get in the States. And he says that he recommends that she really learns Muay Thai. He says because then that's gonna help her set up her stand-up attacks, right? It's gonna help her a lot set up her shit, because right now we saw last night that she has hands, but it was hard for her to get inside, right? It was hard for her to get inside distance with Brittany Elkin because she doesn't have anything but hands. And you got to be worried about that takedown. Every time she tried to go inside, the first thing that Brittany Elkin did was shoot for the takedown. And it was pretty easy for Brittany to shoot for the takedown, right? It was pretty easy for her to shoot for the takedown because she pretty much knew that she didn't have to watch out for anything else from Clarissa but her hands. Now, like World Combat was saying, once she learns how to kick, that's gonna bring a whole different element to her game with those shin kicks, with them hard ass shin kicks. When if she could implement them hard ass kicks, where her opponent has to be worried about that, and then she can mix it up, and then she could go in and get on the inside and use her hands. It's gonna bring a whole nother element to her game, right? So
when they try to shoot, she can kick their ass, huh?
Right. When they but she can set up her stand-up attack with the kicks. So now they got to be worried about her kicks as well as her hands, and also her wrestling. So he says her Muay Thai and wrestling, right?
Uh-huh.
That's what she needs to focus on. So my biggest thing is okay, right now we know that Clarissa Shields can come a much bigger star in MMA. We look all the shit that she's done in boxing, money, and they never gave her no endorsements in boxing. You ain't never seen her on no commercial from all of the accomplishments that she's had in boxing. She go to a secondary MMA league, right?
Yeah.
A secondary MMA league. The first fight she had in MMA, she get an endorsement from Bowles.
Yeah.
Imagine if she stays in MMA, all of the money that she's gonna make just off of endorsements that she's gonna get.
And not that key, her personality, bro. When she said key, when they was post fighting, she was like, they was talking about get it up, she like, hell no, I just got the punch of her energy, bro. And she had even the analysis, they had to laugh. So Her personality, she can have a run. She can have a great run, bro. I'm with you on that.
Bro, why has she accomplished everything that she's accomplished in boxing? And none of these motherfuckers ain't never gave her not one endorsement. Why? But soon as
doing shit even mans didn't do.
Right. But as soon as she go to MMA, have her first MMA fight in a secondary league. This ain't the UFC. This ain't Bellator. You know what I'm saying? This is a basically the JV, league of MMA, right? As soon as she go there, she get an endorsement. They already treated her 1,000 times better than what they did for her in boxing. That lets you know something that these people are on when it comes to boxing and women's boxing, especially, right? Mm-hmm. So, she don't have really nothing left to do in boxing except for face, defeat, get back from the Olympics, and face. What's her name?
Savannah
Marshall, right? So now the ball is in her court, right? With this MMA victory that she has, the ball is in Clarissa Shields' court, like I was saying last night, because she can really use this as a negotiation tactic, right? Now her fan base is growing beyond boxing. Now she can use this as a negotiation tactic, right? Now I have an MMA fan base too I can bring with me. So if you want this fight, Eddie Hearn, if y'all really want this fight, you're going to really have to pay me. Because now I don't only have a boxing fan base. I can bring over my UFC, not UFC. I could bring over my MMA fan base with me. I could bring over my MMA fan base, right? And they're going to have to really pay her in boxing right now. Because if she leaves with the noise that she's making, because she's doing things that me and you talk about all the time when we talk about these certain fighters. Like when we talk about Jamal Charlo, go and do something great. She's doing that, right? But she's going above and beyond. She's leaving out of she already did everything great, right? She did everything at 168 in boxing, right? Fuck it. I ain't got nothing else to do, right? I'll move down in weight. Okay. You know what I'm saying? 160. I didn't beat everybody here. I'll move down in weight again, 154, right? So she's continuing to doing great things in boxing. She didn't did it. She only got one more thing to do in boxing. Ain't nothing else left for her in boxing. So she's doing things that a lot of these fighters, while they sitting around begging and crying and we basically taking up for them, calling everybody ducks, they don't want to move and do nothing great. She's doing that. So a lot of these fighters need to look at Clarissa Shields. They need to be looking up to her. They really need to be looking up to Clarissa Shields and try to, take from what she's doing and move like her in the sport of boxing. They don't have to move out of the sport of boxing, but they can do what she's doing in the sport of boxing if you really want to become great. But now I look at it as she could really use this as a negotiation tactic, right? And really, without Clarissa Shields, what is women's boxing? What is women's? And she can use that. If I leave this sport, y'all gonna have to pay me because I'm bringing light to women's boxing, right? That nobody else is bringing. And if I leave and I go to MMA full time, y'all gonna be fucked up again. Y'all gonna be in the same position that y'all was before I came, broke through and turned professional from the Olympics. So you're gonna have to pay me. And she could really use this as a negotiation tactic in the Savannah Marshall fight. But I think that, she should go see if they're gonna pay her. If Eddie Hearn will break bread, right? And if Eddie Hearn is not gonna break bread, I think that Clarissa Shields need to really say fuck it, right? And focus on MMA solely because she pretty much did everything in boxing. Besides Savannah Marshall, is no other big fight for her in boxing. I mean, Raquel Miller is a good fight, but she's not a big name. So don't nobody really know who Raquel Miller is like that. So I think that, she should, if she's going to take MMA serious, She should go holler at Eddie Hearn, see if she can get that. See if they're gonna pay her to fight Savannah Marshall. If not, she should chunk the deuces to boxing. Because there's nothing else for her to do. And she should really focus on MMA because MMA could take her to heights that she dreamed of being. She always dreamed of getting the $1 million paydays, being a mega superstar and all of that. And we know that MMA doesn't pay like boxing do, but women's MMA pay more than women's boxing do when you get to that level, right? And you're going to get endorsements and all of that. They get big endorsements. And Clarissa Shields will get all of that if she can actually, continue to focus on her MMA craft. I would love for her to take the advice that Scotty said, that World Combat said, right? Go over to Thailand. If you really don't take this serious, do something like that. Go overseas because that's where these, if you see a lot of stand-up fighters, they'll go to K1 and we see them come from other organizations from Thailand and from Japan and stuff like that. We see them make their way and then come back to the States and they have a whole nother arsenal to their game in MMA because MMA ain't nothing to play with. It's so many different layers to MMA that you have to learn. Her being in the Greg Jackson camp, if y'all don't know who that is, Greg Jackson camp, it's one of the best camps in MMA. John Jones, Holly Holmes, and so on and so on. She is in one of the best camps, right? But it's going to take, if she really wants to reach that level that Amanda Nunes and that top level, she is going to have to, do more than that. She's going to have, because, you only can learn so much in camp and learn so much through sparring and all of that, She's going to have to really take it serious. She's only, 25, 26 years old. And if anybody can do it, she can do it. We already see how fast she learns and catch on. And she don't need to, she already got the stand-up game. And she doesn't have to master jujitsu and all of that, but she has to get good at it to where, she can compete with the top level girls. And I think if she really, really locks down and she really want to do this and be great, she has to take this the same way that she took boxing throughout the years, right? She can't half step it. She got to really, really focus, and lock in, like, okay, I gotta, really gotta, I know I got family, I know I got a man and all of that, but I really gotta, basically tune all of that out and really focus if I want to be great in MMA. I don't know what her goal is in MMA, but if she does want to be on that Amanda Nunes level, I think if she really locked in and focused, give her two and a half years, and we can see her on that level. But y'all, you go ahead and cook on that, Money. Money.
Yeah, man, I'm with you on that. I feel like she could pursue MMA more, bro. And then when we think about it, bro, I was trying to think, right? What professional fighter have you ever seen go Hollywood, like playing the movie? Have you ever seen Layla Ali in the movie?
Hold on, man. This dude getting on my nerves. Let me get this dude up out of my comment section, man. When y'all see this dude, Jay Triller, when y'all see comments like that, and you see him continue to go on and on, right, about some stupid, dumb shit that he don't even know what he's talking about, please block him. That's where y'all got wrenches for. When y'all see shit like that, block that shit up out of my comment section. I don't have time for that. Get him up out of here.
Yeah, man. But I feel like if Clarissa do go MMA, man, the exposure will be real. Not only the exposure, but you fuck around and get a motherfucking Hollywood deal. You fuck around. Not saying they won't do it, but did I see Clarissa in wrestling? Did Clarissa ever go to wrestling before? You might fuck around, see Clarissa in wrestling. That shit open up all kind of doors for you for big ass $1 million checks and endorsement deals and shit like that. So, like I say, I was a little fearful of her doing Miss Martial Arts, but after last night, man, I changed my mind. I changed my mind big time. I feel like if she want to do it, she feel like she can do it. She can go out there and put her mind to it. But like you saying, Scotty said, she gonna have to take it serious. She gonna have to learn some new elements. She have to, and I think she is. Like you say, she ain't see her boyfriend in 4 weeks. She ain't see her mama in 2 months. She is the type that want to learn, and she is a fast learner, bro. She is a fast learner. I wonder how old Holly Holmes was when she took it serious to come over to be an MMA fight. I'm gonna look that up, see how old was she, because Clarissa ain't shit but 26. If
And
she
a
do
lot
take
of them women that's at the top of MMA, they older, man. They like in their mid 30s and shit, you know.
late 30s, yeah, maybe
Yeah.
like 38 and shit. About to hit 40. So if she could take, if she do what you're saying, can you take it serious like you say? Go see what's up with Eddie and with
Hold
Savannah.
on, man. Well, y'all need to hit the like button. Like this shit ridiculous. Hit the like button. Just why y'all up in here watching if you can't hit the like button? Hey, go ahead, money. My bad, man.
Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, man, it's Then what I'm about to say, yeah, like if she take that shit serious for 2 years and go put some different elements to her game and shit like that, she most definitely will. She most definitely will be a threat in this shit, man, because that power is real and her will to win. That shit, like she got the heart that you can't buy. You got to be willing to do that shit. And as long as it's seconds on the clock, she gonna believe she can win, whether she down or up. What most motherfuckers, like you say, he would have panicked, like knowing they was down, like damn. I'm down. I know I can't do this. She kept looking for a way to win, bro, and she found that opportunity. She took it. Like, and that's what I like. Like, I ain't gonna say her corner won that fight last night. I'm gonna say her instincts won that fight. You know what I'm saying? Because when she had on the ground, she knew it. Like the girl was in a fucked up position. I kept saying, like, just keep hitting her ass, try to knock her ass out, just keep going. And I seen her ass balling up. She just kept going for it too. And I'm talking hitting her ass with every shot. The ref like, fuck, that is over. Even Brittany, you can see her. She like, oh my god, like I had it, like you know what I'm saying. But that's the will to win, never giving up. So I believe, man, she could have a big ass career in the UFC because of her presence, because of her energy, because that energy. Even in boxing, they didn't man, what's the word? Enjoy it, bro. They didn't enjoy her enough, bro. Like the energy she bring, her personality, they weren't giving her just due for real, bro. This ain't no racist shit, but man, if that was a white girl that was a 2-time gold medalist, came into the boxing game.
Man,
I'm talking about 3-division world champion, undisputed in 2 divisions, Man, that girl be on every fucking witty box in the world, man. Every fucking witty box, you feel me? But you know, they look at her inner city girl saying she ain't gonna turn on her. She gonna wear blue into the motherfucking water that's fixed the plant, and she's speaking out. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But MMA will give her the opportunity, bro. I believe MMA will give her the opportunity because she talks. She don't just she ain't got no. She not quiet, and that shit in the MMA goes a long way. The fans in MMA is different, and I will admit that. They will support the fuck out of you. I mean, look, it's a fight on every fucking Saturday. Every Saturday, pay-per-view. Tomorrow probably got a fucking pay-per-view. And they gonna buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit is every fucking Saturday or every other Saturday. You got a big-ass pay-per-view card. And I be looking at that shit like, God damn, boy, MMA, man. So if she can put herself in position, and I know that's the UFC, and I know she at the little small level right now, but her name is bigger than that. Her name is bigger than the platform. That's why she was the fucking main event, 1-0.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Her first fucking fight, she the main event. So her name is big already. So that's just for her to get her little win up under her and start learning that shit. And if she can perfect that shit, bro, because it is a possibility she could. You know what I mean? Mixed with her skill set already as being a fighter. And like I say, she's strong as fuck, bro. She's strong as fuck. And then you training with motherfucking John Jones. You training with the best of the best out there. So if she can go in there, man, and take that shit very serious, she could put herself in a whole different category than that fucking boxing ring, because the boxing ring, that shit don't respect you. And then it's bullshit that they don't. And like I say, I hate to see that women have to go from boxing to the UFC or to another environment to get the just due because of the shit they doing. Like even my girl that's a 6th division world champion, man, Amanda Serrano, she don't get no fucking respect. She had to even try boxing. I mean, try MMA out. So it's just crazy though. But with her mouthpiece, the way she talk, bro, the way she promote herself, like you say, kid, if she leave, women boxing take a drop. That motherfucker drop. So,
nobody was talking about women's boxing before she came in.
She brought paper.
Real shit.
Yeah,
Cecilia, nobody was watching, and they was displaying. They were putting Cecilia Brockers on HBO. Nobody gave a fuck about that shit. Let's keep it 100. Nobody cared about women's boxing until she came in the sport.
Yeah, and Cecilia Bracken was undisputed. Still didn't have no goddamn recognition.
Right.
So
women's boxing ever since Layla Ali and Christy Martin have retired, nobody was watching or checking for women's boxing at all.
Facts, bro. So I'm with you, bro. If she gonna take that shit serious, look into the MMA and be like, you know what, fuck boxing. If I like to say, the only fight is Savannah Marshall because she wanted to try to get one more in for Undisputed. Try to see if Kate Taylor can come up. Kate Taylor ain't trying to fuck with her. So, I think no, Cecilia Bracken. She's trying to get Cecilia Bracken fight. She didn't want it. So
No.
if Eddie talking about paying, like you say, if you talking about the $1 million that you're looking for, that you deserve plus some, but if they ain't talking about that shit, I will focus on MMA unless they talk about the real money because you can box, you got that down pat. You know what I'm saying? Go work on your motherfucking ground and pound, your takedown and your what Scotty say, your Muay Thai kicking and shit, and go ahead and get that shit a run because she ain't afraid to, and that's what I had to say. Like, motherfuckers more afraid to fail than her. Like, she ain't giving a fuck about failing. So I'm with her, man. If she can go over there and make that transition key and make that shit and take it very serious, she can be really and then you ain't if she can just win a fucking title over there, bro, man, that's gonna be crazy.
And you know what's going
crazy, bro.
You know what's going to happen, money, right? Because I know that Clarissa Shields, if she puts her mind to focusing on MMA, right, and getting very good in MMA, I know that she will. But so when she does that, what you're going to start hearing, you're going to start hearing these other women call her out in boxing too for big fights, right? So now, right? So if she gets big in MMA, now she has two avenues. She got two lanes to where she can make a whole lot of money because now them girls in boxing, once they see her, start getting a big buzz in MMA, they gonna start calling her out, and these promoters gonna start trying to make the fights with her and have her begging her to come back to boxing for a lot of money. So she put herself in positions, in different positions to be great and to get great, paid great. Not because these dudes in boxing, they ain't doing that. They just sitting around crying and waiting for some shit to happen. That's all they doing. What they doing, money? They sitting around crying about what crying and waiting for some shit to happen. When she making real power moves.
Power moves, bro.
You feel me? So
I'm interested to see how serious she gonna take the game.
Yeah, me too.
And I think she loved the challenge too.
I think she is gonna take it serious, and I think last night was great for her because she went through adversity. You know what I'm saying? I think it might have been bad for Clarissa Shields if she had went out there and got the fast knockout, because from what I see, I think she would have been too overconfident after that, and I think in her mind she would have been like, shit, can't none of these, can't none of these bitches fuck with me in MMA or boxing. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody fuck with me. I think she would have got too overconfident, but with her having to go through some adversity, I think that was great for her. Now it's like, okay, I need to learn more. You know what I'm saying? This can happen to me. So I need to, learn more, to basically, so I won't have to be ever put in that position again. Because you can spar all you want to, but when you get in that real action, it's different. So I think that was good for her, and I think she's gonna continue to learn. The only thing is, I think that she just, need to continue to learn and listen to her corner more. But I know her corner was telling her to stay on her feet, and there was times in there that she could have, got back up on her feet, or when she was on top position. Now I'm not talking about when she finished her. It was other times in the fight where she had a top position, but she got reversed because instead of getting back on her feet, she was trying to use her dog and pound old girl out, and old girl, she was too skilled on the ground.
Right.
But yeah, I like it, man. I love it, man. And just good for Clarissa, man. Good for Clarissa making her own way. And let's not get it wrong. A lot of the powers that be in boxing, they wanted to see her lose because she is making noise in women's boxing and she is demanding more money. So they wanted to see her lose in MMA to be like, shit, now you got to come back over here, and we could pay you what we want to pay you because you can't go. You don't have nowhere else to go. You know what I'm saying? They want to see. Don't think they ain't want to see her lose. You know what I'm saying? But she proved a lot of the doubters wrong, and she got a lot of faces frowned and mad right now behind the scenes.
You know, it was a lot of motherfuckers waiting to say I told you so. A lot of
Yep.
motherfuckers waiting in the window.
Yep.
And probably some MMA girls too. Because they
Right.
can feel the pressure, they know. But
Yep.
it's like you say, can you give us something to work on? That her by her facing that adversity, it didn't just come easy to she go in there and then have to, do it in the third or the fourth fight where you really think you're doing something. So now it's like she say, okay, I see the ground game. It give you shit to work on. You get that experience, bro. And her humility afterwards, like she say, Brittany was so experienced on the ground, you know what I'm saying? And she gave her credit, like she ain't try to, oh well, she went, you know what I'm saying? She ain't try to do none of that shit. She took it as like, I know I'm in a new jungle right now. Shit, you know what I mean? I'm a motherfucking lion in my jungle over here. You know, I'm learning. I'm getting there, right? But I liked it the respect she showed and just the acknowledgement to know like, okay, I see now. This shit is it's a different game, but I know what I bring to the table too. I know that they can't handle this. If I can get their ass in this position, they can't handle it. But I got to worry about being in uncharted territory. And that ground, it showed her. You know what I mean? And she'll go work on that shit, bro. But she
Right.
got her praises, man, and that was what's up, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that shit made me happy as fuck, bro. I'm like,
Yeah,
God
man.
damn,
Hey,
dog.
man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was hella hype. I was
Yeah,
hype,
yeah.
dog. Hella
I'm
hype.
so like, keep punching her ass, keep punching, keep punching. She just boom, boom. I'm like, damn. I seen the ref grab. I'm like, boy, she was. I mean, and then when I seen the fucking punch stats, I'm like, is that? I'm like, is that real? I'm like, shit, that bitch like 82 punches out of 90 or some shit.
And,
I'm like,
and,
land all them goddamn punches
and you
in
can tell
MMA.
the difference too, because when I watch MMA guys, when they ground and pound, they ground and pound be different. They don't know how to punch correctly. A lot, most of them don't. Clarissa Shields was turning her fist over and punching. You know what I'm saying? She was
Uh-huh.
doing it correctly. She was you. If you go back and cause I watch shit like that, I'm watching for all of that, and she was turning her fist over and she was punching correctly. Most of them dudes, they start ground and pound. They don't really know how to punch correctly. But man, with all that being said, man, let's move on to the Bob father. Let's move on to Bob Arum, man. Bob Arum was he did an interview, man, and he talked about a lot of things. But one thing that he did talk about, money, is he was asked about the situation with Manny Pacquiao and Terence Crawford again. It's a situation we all been wanting to know what happened in that situation. Why did it, not come through, right? And I want to get to the part where he said that he could have made it. He said he could have made the fight. He admitted, he said, I could have made that fight, but I didn't want to take no chance. He says that when I sat down and did the math, he said, I didn't, basically, you said he didn't want to take no chance because he was going to lose money again on Terence Crawford, and he didn't want to take that chance. He said, salute to all those other guys that was willing to take a chance. He said, but I wasn't willing to take a chance on a fight with Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao. He
He
said that
said,
he thought he was going to lose money.
yeah,
Now,
he said he calculated what he was gonna make. It
yeah,
came back to him losing, and they calculated. They see if they can make a profit.
exactly right. It came down to him losing. Now, if they calculated right, and like what Money said, he calculated right what he was going to make, and he said that he was going to lose out. He said now he knows that they had to calculate when they, speaking of basically, he talking about PBC, right? And they saying that they'll make a profit. Now I want to know how the fuck does he think that he would lose money on a Manny Pacquiao and Terence Crawford fight? Like, why would he say that? Why would he say that? He would lose money because so we all know that Manny Pacquiao was going to make what 20 mil, right?
Uh-huh.
And then so Terence Crawford was said to make 10 mil. So that's 30 mil. You put it on pay-per-view because that's a fight that has to go on pay-per-view. So you don't think that fight is going to gross at least 50 mil with the gate price and everything else? That fight ain't in the pay-per-view buys. I mean, I would think that, Terence Crawford has a big enough name now, and especially fighting Manny Pacquiao, I would think that how would he lose money? So my thing is that I think that Bob Arum is so fucking cheap, and he's letting you know he's so cheap that unless he's making a big amount of money, he don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So maybe him profiting $5 million off of that ain't enough for him. You know, he like, fuck it. To profit, to get $5 million, I'm not gonna risk it. But that's crazy that and then I think, like, is it Bob Arum doing the math, right? Or is it Bob Arum, you know, just being bitter from him losing money in the past on Terence Crawford and him saying that I'm not finna go out of my way to let Terence Crawford make a fucking, you know, a big ass purse. I'm not gonna go out of my way to do it. If somebody else is willing to pay for it, if these guys are willing to pay for it, and I can sit back and just chill and, you know, get my fee from him, I'll do it. But I'm not going out of my way to do nothing to let him or Manny Pacquiao make money off of me, basically. I don't know. It's crazy, man. It's crazy when you look at the situation, and he admitted that that the fight could have went on, that he could have made it happen on ESPN and Top Rank, but he didn't do it. It's crazy. So do y'all really believe that he really did the math and that, you know, he saw that he was going to lose money? Or do you think it's more to it than that with Bob Arum? Is he basically acting, you know, bitter about the situation with him and Terence Crawford and the past situation with him and Manny Pacquiao? What is it? What you think, man?
I'm telling you, Bob ain't letting another nigga come up off him and go become a superstar without him grossing money off their ass. Bob understand, bro. If you put Terence Crawford in that position, you saw the Godfather, Keith, right? You saw Godfather 1, right?
Right. Yeah.
You remember when Johnny Fortain went to crying to the Godfather? Godfather, I need this position. It's going to make me big. He did. He slapped his ass. You can be a man. And what? But when he went to see the old man, what he say? Is nowhere in hell Johnny Fortain get that part in that movie. It'll make him a star. You feel me? And Bob know that fight will make Terence Crawford a star. But Bob understand the history of boxing. He's saying what Oscar De La Hoya did. He's saying what Floyd Money Mayweather did. He's saying what Mikey Garcia did. And not one nigga, I ain't just saying a black motherfucker, but not one more fighter that's coming up off the Top Rank is fit to lose after he put you in that position to become that superstar. And you go around this motherfucker, and next thing you know, we got Terence Crawford promotions. And now I'm competing with your motherfucking that because I done put you in position to become this big ass star, and I'm not reaping no benefits. I'm telling you that's what it is, bro. Because he could have been made Terence Crawford a superstar, bro. He could have been gave him the Manny Pacquiao fight. I think it is. He don't want to. He got caught up in them big ass pay-per-view checks too, like with Pacquiao and Floyd, and you know what I'm saying, just bringing in 50, 60 million to fill up his coffers, or somewhere around 12 to 15 million that's going in his pockets. And he looking at it like you say, oh man, maybe a $4 or $5 million return ain't shit. I can make that probably putting on these fights and these fights and these fights. You know what I mean? And right. the way it come back, it ain't like you just get it all back in one whop. The way it come back over time. So he probably looking like I don't want to have to wait for this shit. So looking at Bob Arum, bro, just him, man. He is a cheap motherfucker. We see that now. He's definitely cheap, especially when it ain't somebody that he likes or he really feel like he want to put his money into. You know what I'm saying? And then with the back and forth with him and Terence Crawford as well, with that shit, like Bob Arum is the type of motherfucker. It seems like once he got a disdain for you, it's always gonna be there. He the one that always hold a grudge. It don't matter, but he go do it in silence and he go do little sneaky shit. He ain't gonna let you know. He just go show, and then he ain't gonna say nothing else about it. He just go do the shit, go on about his way. You know what I'm saying? Gotta understand, man. He is a Jewish person, man. We gotta understand that. And this is no knock, but they got their ways of being petty. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at that situation, dog, Bud should have been seeing this shit. I ain't gonna say he should have been seen. He know what the fuck it is. He know what it is. Bo Mac know what it is. I don't know what it is, what they're trying to get out of this man, but every time this man get on front of a television, he does a disservice for Terence Crawford, dog. Yes, could I have put it on? Yeah, I could have put it on. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck you mean? Yeah, you could have put I could have made it happen. But like I keep telling y'all, bro, they're not in the business of digging in their own pockets to make these fights happen. They're going out here looking for these investors, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's just crazy, dog. It's just crazy to look at that shit and to see that shit. And I know when Terence Crawford and they be hearing that shit, I know they blood be boiling, bro. I know they be like calling him every name in the book, saying this, saying that. Yeah, this, that. Yeah, this and that, that. And then as soon as they walk in that motherfucking Top Rank office, Yeah, Bob.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, huh? No.
I'm out to Bob.
Yeah, you was right, Bob. You right. We know you're trying to make it happen. You trying to make it happen, right, Bob? I know you didn't mean that. Yeah, I did mean it. You didn't mean that. No, you didn't, Bob. That's just Bob being Bob. He just joking.
Right.
So I don't know what to say, bro. But like I say, man, we've been through this. I mean, how many ways could he say it? Like he's saying the same shit in 50 different ways. You know what I mean? And just to hear that, dog. October's around the corner. Like you say, we want to get to the last fight, and then we'll just see what's happening after that. Like he don't give a fuck. Bob ain't worrying about no goddamn Terence Crawford. He don't give a fuck what goes on Terence Crawford. He ain't even trying to find him an opponent for fucking July. Like that's so fucking disrespectful, bro.
Maybe he'll fight. Maybe we'll have him fight Josh Taylor.
Yeah.
Josh Taylor really believes he can beat Terence Crawford.
You know, everybody else next
in
move.
October, when October comes, maybe we'll set the fight up between him and Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor thinks he's stronger than Terence Crawford, and he's really confident he can beat Terence Crawford.
Hey, but let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell y'all this right motherfucking now. Oscar Valdez next fight, he can potentially lose that motherfucker. Robinson Casio ain't no motherfucking joke, dog. That's one of my favorite fighters. I think he Brazilian, if I'm not mistaken.
I've never seen him fight. What's his name? Robinson.
Robson or Earl B. I think it's Earl B. S-O-N. You did see him fight, bro. You just got to see his face. You seen him fight. I think he Brazilian. You know, he's somewhere from one of them.
What's his last name?
Casio. Type in Robson, Earl B. S-O-N, and C-O-N. It should pop up. I can't pronounce the last name. But
let me see.
Bob Arum got everybody else next move but Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, and that should be.
How's his name? How's his last name spelled?
Okay, it's the last name is Conceicao. Robson Casio. I can't pronounce his last name. You know how them damn names be. When you see his face, you seen him fight, bro. Watch him see his face.
Okay, let me see who.
You seen him fight, kid.
Oh, I thought his name was some. I know him. They call him something else, don't they? Though I've seen him fight a lot of times.
That's his name, bro.
Oh, Concessio. That's Concessio.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that shit.
You said his name wrong. Yeah, that's why.
Don't get me talking. How many times I correct you on saying names? Don't try.
I'll be fucking up names all the time.
You fucking people name in the chat tomorrow. Yeah, let me see. Leon.
But no, I didn't know who he was because you said his name wrong. I'm like, oh, Cassio. I ain't never heard of this dude. Yeah, that's Concession. Yeah, I know him, dog. Yeah, he is he can fight, man. He's a beast. You ain't lying about that.
Go ahead.
He might lose. Huh? What you say? Money, you cut out.
Go ahead, Kim. Talk to my mama real fast.
Okay. Salute to Lord to the game. Boxing talk in the building. What's happening with it? He said, goes to show you Bob was in the way for the Spence fight. Yeah, he was, man. Come on, bro. I mean, we know that.
Goes to show you Bob was in the way of the man. We already
know that.
But Key, ain't that's gonna be a tough fight for that boy?
Oh man, that's gonna be a tough fight, dog.
And I can respect that fight too.
That's gonna be a tough fight. I think he was an Olympic medalist, wasn't he?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, that Cuban fight.
He's gonna give me the interview, bro. He's gonna give me the interview.
He's a Brazilian, huh?
Yeah, I knew he's from Brazil. Him and I had him and Miguel Burchett. Key, I needed a translator. You feel me?
Oh,
I needed a translator. I'm like, damn, because I was talking to their ass off the train. I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay, but I gotta give me a little somebody to translate for me, bro. You know, that's all I gotta do is find somebody that can speak. And I was thinking about what's my man's name, man? Motherfucker don't never take a breath when he's talking.
Ooh.
I mean, thank you, Key, man. I mean, that's my brother, man, and I want to thank you, Blue, and and Money Brown. Has a great time.
You talking about Renee
Boxon, yeah, my brother Renee Boxon. Yeah, I said I got to give Renee Boxon on that bitch to be a translator, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dog. I say, but Key, he hella down to earth. Key hella cool, bro. You hear me? And bro, that boy got a fight on his hand. I'm telling you, that boy fuck around and lose.
Bro, Abraham, what are you talking about? The Shields better stay away from news. She's going to get embarrassed. When you make it, have you ever seen anybody make their pro debut in boxing? They gonna put him in the ring with Canelo. He coming straight from the Olympics, gold medalist from the Olympics. In the first fight, they gonna put him in the ring with Canelo.
Right.
Bro, understand that
unless you Logan Paul.
No, ain't nobody gonna put her in the ring with Amanda Nunes right now.
Right.
Like, that's why are you even saying that? Like, let the woman live. Let her get her experience. You know, let her have some years in the game, and then we could talk about that.
Girl ain't even in the UFC yet.
Man, y'all want to hate on Clarissa Shields so much, y'all don't know what to do. Give her motherfucking props and move on.
But yeah, back to Bob though, Keith. I don't know, man. That's just crazy. Now, watch Shakur Stevenson, and we ran for you, Shakur. You my dog. You know I rock with you heavy. But you come up here, you trying to say this shit. You don't like Buzz situation. You better start looking at your own damn situation. But we see that he getting a fight with supposedly getting a fight with Jamel Herring. Remember he said that as well, Bob Herring. We had a contract he signed, said that he's going to fight the winner of this fight. So he might be setting up Shakur too. So we'll see if that can happen in the winter time. But yeah, Bob Arum ain't trying to turn nobody else into no goddamn superstar that he feel like he can't control or get the majority of the money from.
It's like, man, Bob Arum, he's so money.
Okay, yeah, Will. Okay, yeah, Will. I will hit kind of up. Yeah.
Man, it's crazy, bro. They like Bob Arum is like, I think he has what I think it is. I think that Bob Arum has lost money in the past. And he's not gonna let that go. I think he feels
he went to the grave with all this money, kid.
Right, because see, this is the thing, right? Terence Crawford has a guaranteed purse, right? So in these fights that Terence Crawford have, right, Bob Arum, he ended up not making no money because you got to pay him his guaranteed purse. And now I think Bob Arum feels like even if he can make the Pacquiao fight, right? Bob Arum is calculating all the money that he did lost with Terence Crawford, and he like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it. Fuck that. Unless it's gonna be, unless I'm gonna be able to make back what I lost times 2, right? I'm gonna be able to make back what I lost times 2. I'm not making no big fights for him. And I think that's just what it is, man. I think that's pretty much what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, man. It's crazy. If we pretty much know with everything that Bob said, right? We pretty much know that Terence Crawford is leaving. He's leaving. He's gone. He's not staying with Top Rank.
Yeah.
You feel me? If Terence Crawford stays with Top Rank, we know it's something in the contract where Terence Crawford cannot leave Top Rank. That's the only way that Terence Crawford is staying with Top Rank. If it's something in the contract to the saying that he's basically contractually bound to them for the rest of his career. You know what I'm saying? And they out here bluffing. Other than that, he leaving. Now, if he goes to MTK, because a lot of people, he might go to MTK Global. If he do that, I don't like that move. Because that's showing me that you don't want all the smoke. All the smoke over there at PBC. Why are you going to go to MTK and continue to go in the opposite direction where the smoke is at? You know what I'm saying? If you run in the opposite direction from the smoke, that means that you don't want to walk through the fire.
All your big fights right there.
Right. So this MTK Global shit, and I mean, he could be fucking with MTK Global and trying to make a deal with them behind the scenes because you know that MTK Global and Top Rank, they close. They work together.
Ain't they just like a TV though? And they like a TV broadcaster though? Like they the promotion company as well?
They're a promotional company too.
Right. That's old boy, ain't it? Dan Kinahan?
That's what's his name? That one boxer too. What that one fighter?
Not Frank Warren. Is it? Frank Warren ain't MTK.
No. What's that dude named? That fighter, man. That fighter that Billy Joe fought him and shit. I think he locked in with him too.
Billy Joe fought him? Martin Murray.
Huh? Martin Murray, yeah.
Martin Murray.
Yeah. Leon Robinson said he out in Dubai right now. I'm not gonna make
you saying my
speculations. I mean, he
oh, what a minute. Dan Kinahan is in Dubai too, bro. I'm telling you, he probably is going there, Key.
Well, if he's going there, well, we know if, like I said, if Terence Crawford go over and sign to MTK, to me personally, I'm not finna, you know what I'm saying, speak for nobody else. To me personally, if I see him when October come up and he signed with MTK, I'm just gonna automatically assume that he don't want no smoke.
I'm with you too, dog. Cause ain't no way in hell you go all the way MTK way, and this is the last, the last, the back end of your the back end of your career at 33 years of age, and you going to stand the MTK, and all your big fights is right over here on PBC. And Al Heyman ain't saying not one bad word.
And he don't want to break bread with the black man. That's right. Another thing.
Right, Bernie. Since the black man is holding him down, and the white man is holding him down, and all his counterpartners is holding him down, right? So it's gonna say a lot, bro. That shit gonna say a lot.
Real talk. Like if he signed with them, he don't want no smoke, bro.
No smoke.
He don't want no smoke. I don't want. And I don't. If he signed with them, I don't really want to hear nothing else about Terence Crawford. Straight up, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you know, right? And also with the video that I made about how fucking what's his name run his company? Al Heyman run his company, right?
Uh-huh.
You heard Andre Berto say, I've talked to Terence Crawford. I didn't talk to Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford know basically how we running shit over here on PBC, right? He know the deal. So with Terence Crawford knowing all of that, and you decide to continue to go in the opposite direction, I don't want to hear nothing from you.
Facts.
I don't.
That's like you say that bullshit for the birds.
And that's some real shit. I don't want to hear nothing from you no more. You running from the fire. And man, let me take this call real quick.
Yeah, man, it's a situation like you can have an opportunity to put and you said out your own mouth. This is what I keep alluding to, everybody. Terence Crawford said out his own mouth, they still need that marquee fight. You know what I'm saying? He know he going into the Hall of Fame, but he need that Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, that Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hitman Hearn, that you know what I'm saying? Y'all know that big fight. Y'all know when it's the magnitude, what be like, God damn, it's today. Like you know the blood rushing it, and it's like we know that you can lose, we know that he can lose. That type of fight, bro. He still haven't had that marquee fight like that to where we say, okay, solidify him as this, that, and the third, right? And he want that fight. Don't get me wrong, he want the fight. I believe when Shakur say he want the fight, okay. But no, he's not doing everything that he has to do to get those fights. He's not making Bob Arum push and get the fights. You put $1 million motherfucking clause on if you don't get the Errol Spence fight. But what about the other fights, bro? Errol Spence ain't the only fight out there that's going to put you on that level, dog. Now, that is the fight at 147 that we wanted. But you didn't put nothing on the Manny Pacquiao, the Sean Porter, the Keith Thurman, the Danny Garcias. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, people so damn dumb. People listen to them talking about Sean, Danny, and Thurman is nothing now. Just dismiss them, right? Sean, Danny, and Thurman is nothing now, right? But Keith Thurman beat Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, right? So how the fuck, if they are nothing, Errol Spence can come behind Keith Thurman and beat the Danny Garcia and beat the Sean Porter, or switch it up. We know Sean was first, but either or, beat the Sean Porter and Danny Garcia, and it still grow his motherfucking his legacy. His shit still grows. But they are nothing now. And Danny Garcia is still one of the tops. Sean Porter still one of the tops. You know what I mean? Don't get me talking like Brain the guard dog with talking ass who always want to talk stupid shit. But how the fuck is these fighters is nothing, right? They just throwaway fighters. But Errol Spence can come and get recognition off these motherfuckers. Do pay-per-views. They not nothing, but they going on paper. What fighters are nothing, right? If these fighters are nothing, why the fuck are they on pay-per-view? You see what I'm saying? So you can't be listening to these dudes, bro. Like people be saying all that bullshit that they be talking about, but they don't be keeping the real, bro. They don't be keeping the real, dog. Let me see what Kwame said. He said Bob lost ESPN's money and they on his neck. When HBO left boxing, ESPN saved Top Rank and he promised the Spence fight at 50-50 to them and couldn't deliver. ESPN is Thanos compared to Top Rank. he couldn't promise. He could not. He can promise to try to get the fight. He can't promise them a fight at 50-50. That just don't happen. You don't know how negotiations go. And if you're not this how I know he couldn't promise them 50-50 Kwame, because if you're not the one that's offering the fucking contracts, you're not running shit. You understand me?
Nothing.
You gotta negotiate. You ain't running shit if you ain't offering the contracts. Yeah, he not putting the money up, so he damn sure couldn't offer them that. He got the ESPN deal at a rate, probably let them know how many fights he can bring to the platform, but he couldn't offer them Earl Spence with a 50-50. And if they took that stupid shit, then they was foolish for taking it. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Key.
Oh man, yeah, man. Like I said, I'm serious about that shit, dog. If he signed with them people, like I don't want to fuck with him no more. And I fuck with Bud, you know. What regardless of what y'all think, I fuck with Bud, you know. I don't like how he moved when it comes to the Errol Spence situation. Talking about, oh, I'm not fighting him, and you know how they be hating on Spence. But I fuck with Bud in the ring, you know what I'm saying? And I fuck with him outside the ring, man. I love how he moved, you know, in his hood and shit. How he down to earth with his family, and you know what I'm saying? How he, you know, stick to the people that he around, that he grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Like when I watch him, he ain't never changed. He ain't never
as a man. Yeah, as a man, you ain't got no
as a man.
Yeah.
He great with his kids. He ain't never got Hollywood with the people around him. You see a lot of dudes when they get money, you know what I'm saying? They get hot. Look at how I mean, look at Jamel Charlo and look how they act. You know what I'm saying? He the same to me. He's the same dude that he's always been when he was even broke. You feel me? So I fuck with Bud, you know, but I don't like some of the things and how he moved, the way he moving. So if he moved like that and he go and sign with MTK, when MTK don't have none of the top welterweights over there, it's showing me one you don't want to make money with the brother, right? You don't want to fuck with Al Heyman and break bread with him. For two, you know, all of the shit that they saying is smoke and mirrors. You don't really want the smoke. You want to continue to, you know, take fights that you know that you can win and then ride off in the sunset, and people can say at the end of the day, well, Bud wanted to fight all those guys, but they didn't want to fight Bud. Bud wanted to fight all those guys, but the politics of boxing stopped that. No.
Right. He got blackballed. He was blackballed.
Yeah. Nothing stopped that but you, because you continue to fucking go in the opposite direction of what everybody was at. And that's it. So if he do that, like I said, I don't want to hear or see from Bud no more. As far as I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be hard to make any of those fights. You don't hear Al Heyman and PBC working with fucking MTK Global.
Nope.
You feel what I'm saying? Even and you know how they move. You know how the PBC move, right? You're cool. You good. I mean, you got a good relationship with Andre Berto. Andre Berto didn't talk to you about how they move. Yeah. You didn't have a chance to be over at Top Rank and see, you know what I'm saying, how they move. So that's on you, bro. That's on you. I don't want to hear none of your weird ass fans talking about it was because of Spence and it was me. Nah, man. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Real, bro. Because you got all the opportunities in the world. And you ain't never did business with Al Heyman, so Al ain't got nothing against you or none of that shit, dog. Y'all just listen to motherfucking Bernie the Gold, dog. You got Bomax to my fuck Al Heyman. Like, man, that shit crazy to me, dog. Very crazy to me. The man that got all the fights for you over there, all the fights for you to make your name off of, and I don't want to hear that shit. Oh, how y'all know he gonna get the fights if he go to PBC? Yeah, I don't know this. Y'all don't know neither, motherfucker. How y'all know he not gonna get him? You feel me? Especially at this stage, because we see Al putting the money up. Al damn sure took a chance with Spence and Pacquiao. Al damn sure took a chance with Braun and Pacquiao. Al damn sure took a chance with Thurman and Pacquiao. You feel me? So at the end of the day, man, don't say what ain't gonna happen. You motherfuckers always want to be negative about the situation. Y'all want the big fights. Y'all know what a big fight said, dog. For real.
Hey, man, you know what? I'm gonna change it up real quick, man. Y'all want to see if y'all want to have some fun right now? I'm gonna change it up real quick because you know these dudes they like to come in here and troll behind the keyboard. So I'm gonna drop a link, Black Wall Street, because Black Wall Street says Spence can fight for a gay boy, right? So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop the link, right? I want you to get on camera and show your face. And if you get on camera and you show your face, right, I'll cash app you $25 right now. Get on camera. I'm gonna drop the link. Get on camera and show your face, right? And then I'll cash app you $25 right now. There's the link, right there. There's a link. Now get on camera and show your face.
And fuck it, I'm gonna match you 25.
Yeah, and he'll match you 25. Get on camera, click the link, get on camera and show your face right now, and then talk the same shit with your face showing on camera that you're talking behind that computer screen. Since Bud is a bitch and Spence is a gay boy, get on camera and show your face. That way, right? That way, if you ever go to any of these fights, people can know exactly who you are. So instead of typing behind the keyboard, come get this money. There's the link. Go ahead and click on it. Click on the link. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if you grab that link or not.
Boy, just be talking. But yeah,
right, man. But man, Bob is something else, dog. Bob is something else, right? Because you know, even when he talked about the Devin Haney and we're gonna cook on that more, but even when he talked about the Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, they was like, well, you know, Teofimo, he said that he wants to fight.
It doesn't matter what he said. It doesn't matter what Teofimo said and what he wants.
I run Teofimo. He does something.
Teofimo's having a baby and he has to have a fight by a certain time. It doesn't matter what he said.
Hey, so Bob let you know right there, right? I don't give a fuck what they saying. I'm running shit. When you sign a contract to me, it doesn't matter what they saying. But hey, one thing I did like what Bob said, dog. He ain't gonna click that link. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck I said?
Hey, his typing hands was real fast until that fucking link dropped. Right? He was typing real fast at a frantic pace until that link dropped. Now the link dropped, he ain't nowhere to be found. But anyway, dog, yeah, man, one thing I did like what Bob said, even though he pretty much dismissed Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, I didn't like that shit. And that really makes me, and I'm going to cook on that more, but that really makes me think real quick that Teofimo Lopez already knew that and knew he wasn't going to have to fight Devin Haney. So now.
Thank you for thinking like me, bro.
So that's when he really started talking real loud and begging for the fight, because he already knew that he wasn't going to be able to fight Devin Haney next. Having a baby, right? And we gonna cook on that. I'm gonna get on that more. I'm gonna say that because I'm gonna make a whole show out of that. I'm gonna say that for later. But hey, that's, you know what I'm saying, things that make you say, you know what I'm saying? Real talk, bro. Things that make you say,
Look, when you said that shit, kid, that shit popped in my head. I say, man, that's the only reason why they talking that loud. So I'm coming.
Right. But you know, like I said, that's for a whole nother subject, and we gonna cook on that. But one thing I do want to bring to light is I did like that he was very vocal about the Lomachenko fight. He was like, shit, but we can make the Lomachenko fight happen because they'll both be free at that time. I want to see that. I want to see Devin Haney and Lomachenko. I want to see Bob Arum stick to his guns, and he said he'll make the Lomachenko fight. And I want to see if Lomachenko get past Nakatani, right? If Lomachenko gets past Nakatani. And I also want to see Devin Haney. Devin Haney was calling out Lomachenko. Bill and Devin was on Lomachenko head. So I want to see them keep that same energy if that fight is brought to the table. Let's get it.
Bill told me keep the same energy. Lomachenko said, well, he told me don't handle my business, so I'm going to handle my business.
Right. So So let's see if everybody keep that same energy all around the board. And what's good with it? Tay Jones in the building. Tay say,
building.
Tay say, I got tickets. He said Gervonta Davis fight upper level and lower level. He said he got tickets to the Gervonta Davis fight. He said he got upper level and lower level. So hit up Tay Jones. You know what I'm saying, or hit me up and let me know, and I'll let Tay Jones know if y'all want tickets to the Gervonta Davis fight.
That's going down in Atlanta, right?
This dude, see what dude did is he came in as another sucker. He went and came in with a whole different name because he was scared to fucking click that link.
Tay, what's going down too? Tay, what's going down, brother?
Get this dude, Filthy Mike, up out of my fucking chat. Please get him out. That's what y'all got wrenches for. Get this clown ass sucker up out of the chat. But yeah, man. But yes, I love to see that fight, dog. Sylvester 2011, what's happening with it? I would love to see that fight, money. I love to see that Devin Haney and Lomachenko fight. That is a chess match, dog. Who you got in this fight? On some real shit, 100%. Who you got in that Lomachenko versus Devin Haney?
Man, it's a hell of a fight, bro. Still one hell of a fight. Like I say, I'm riding Devin Haney. I'm riding Devin 120. You know I'm chilling, say big bro, chilling, big dog. I'm riding Devin 120, but still Dev got to show me that he can beat Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? He still got to show me that he can beat Lomachenko. So if you ask me straight up, I still favor Loma. But I'm riding with Devin to win 150, though. I think he can beat him. I just still think Loma got that experience. And I think Dev can beat him as well, though, if he stick to his game plan. I don't think Loma punching like that, but Loma is a hell of a boxer. He's a masterful boxer inside that square circle. He has got angles that he used. But if Dev can stay on this shit, because Dev is the bigger fighter, if Dev can stay on that length and use his length, use his boxing skills, he did not get hit, Dev can win that fight. He can win that fight and look good. But you can't fall into Lomachenko tricks, because that motherfucker got some tricks that he be in traps that he can be set. Like I say, man, I give Teofimo Lopez the win. He won the fight. You know what I mean? But Lomachenko, if he'd have started early, who knows what would have happened in that fight, bro? Because like I say, Teofimo defense ain't that good. It wasn't that good. Not saying he ain't learned, but his defense just wasn't that tight. It wasn't that good. Once Lomachenko heated up, he was hitting with everything that he wanted to hit him with. You know what I'm saying? So I'm riding with Devin. But if I gotta be honest, I'd be like, damn, I think Loma gonna get this bitch, man. But I love to see Devin defeat Lomachenko. I think that'd be a hell of a win for him. He got the skills to beat him, but he still have to prove to me that he can beat him. I mean, if that's picking somebody, shit. I'm just telling you how it is.
Yes, that's a tough fight, dog. That's a tough fight, but let's see if Bob Arum keep that same energy, right? And
hey, that go your thing, Key. Huh? See what Tay said. I have tickets to Deontay.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna hit Tay up after this anyway. I'm gonna hit Tay up after this. In the background, you know, I'm gonna hit Tay up about that.
They head out to Vegas today, man. My sister for her anniversary, my two little sisters, my little brother-in-law, my niece, they heading on out to Vegas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. But I really want to see, dog. I want Lomachenko to have that same energy that when he was talking that shit about Devin Haney. I want him to keep that same energy. I want Bob Arum to keep that same energy on making the fight happen and put the full press on. And then I want to see Devin Haney and Bill Haney. You know what I'm saying? Keep the same energy. So I want to see the same energy all around the board. And I love that fucking fight, dog. I love that fight. That's a fight. That's a hard fight to pick. That's a hard fight to pick because that's a hard fight for Devin. Y'all can keep sleeping on motherfucking Lomachenko if you want to. That's a hard fight for Devin, and that's a difficult fight for Lomachenko. That's a 50-50 fight. But I think right now I would have to edge Lomachenko unless I see different in the Nakatani fight. Right? I have to edge Lomachenko right now unless I see different in the Nakatani fight. But I don't know. That's a hard fight, man. I'm pulling for Devin. You feel me? I'm pulling for Devin. Period.
Yeah, like we see the skills that Dev got to beat him. Dev just got to stick to the fucking game plan, which I believe he could though. But still, the experience of Lomachenko, bro, that shit plays a hell of it plays a part. You know what I'm saying? It plays a part. And I want to see if Dev don't fall into his fucking traps. You know what I mean? Force his ass to come forward. But hell yeah, Dev, I see what Dev can do to win that fight. And it ain't like Lomachenko, like we just looking at this fight like, oh man, you know, nah, fuck nah. Dev right there with his ass. It's
That's
just
a 50-50 fight, dog.
Yeah, 50-50, bro. 50-50. That's a 50-50, bro. But I feel like I still got to edge Lomachenko because what I've seen him do in the ring. But I'm pulling for Dev, and Dev got to show me that he can beat him. That I know he can beat him, but you got to show me you can beat him, bro. That's how I like to look at it.
It's a much, and see, I'm looking at this fight with Dev, right, and Lomachenko. It's a much different fight than Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. Because, see, to me, I think Teofimo Lopez's power and explosiveness, it negated a lot of shit that Lomachenko wanted to do. And you know what I'm saying? He felt them punches on his fucking arm. I'm telling y'all what happened to Lomachenko early on in that Teofimo Lopez fight. He felt the power of Teofimo Lopez just by getting hit on his arms. When you get hit on the arms, you could feel that power. If you ever been in the ring, you could feel when somebody got power just by getting hit on the arms. And I think that made Lomachenko, I think it made him timid. You know what I'm saying? He was worried about going in, and he tried to implement a different game plan to where he was like, okay, dude is going to get tired, and then I'm going to turn it up. But it didn't really turn out like he wanted to. With Devin Haney, it's a whole different type of style fight because Devin don't pack that type of power. So it's more of a chess match. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a chess match. So it's a different type of. I think that you'll see Lomachenko take different. I think you'll see him more aggressive. He's gonna take more chances with Devin Haney because he don't have to worry about that power. So it's a whole different fight. You know,
but I still think if Dev used them legs, they'll present the problem of Lomachenko having to catch him as well. But,
right. With the thing is,
what do you think?
His speed.
Do you think Dev try to walk to him because you feel like he's the bigger man? Or do you think he tries to stay at his distance?
I think he tried to stay at his distance, and I think he tried to use his long jab. I think he tries to stay at his distance and use his long jab to keep Lomachenko on the outside, and that's a problem that Lomachenko will have. Right, Lomachenko will have problems trying to figure out how to close that distance and get past Devin Haney's jab. So, like I said, this is a chess match, and this is a fight that I would love to see. It's a 50-50 fight. You got advantages on both sides. But man, with all that being said, man, anything else you want to cook on before we close it out?
Nah, man, this was a fun fucking show, man. It's a hell of a show. I liked it. I like all the topics we touched on, the Clarissa situation. You know what I mean? It was a good one, man. I appreciate everybody that came through showing love as usual. Y'all know we can't do this without y'all, man. Like I say, shouts out to the Big Rotate coming through, letting people know you got them tickets on deck. So if y'all need them tickets to them fights, if y'all in Atlanta, y'all want to see Tank, hit them up, man. Show some love, man. Get from your peoples instead of going to one of these motherfucking ticket places where they gonna get your ass. You know what I mean? Right. But as usual, man, y'all follow me on Monty Brown TV. We dropping videos daily. Follow me on Instagram, Monty_the writer. We do good work over there as well. I got to get back active on Instagram. We will be streaming the Shakur Stevenson fight tomorrow. If y'all need somewhere to watch the fight, if y'all ain't got nowhere to watch it, come through, rock out with the boy, man. And, you know, keep supporting my bro Keith. Go show love to my bro Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Go subscribe to Scotty World Combat. You feel me? Y'all show some love. World Combat Sports. Y'all show some love to him. He always on the grind. And Scotty might have that fucking footage for y'all from that Gervonta Davis fight. Man, he's really in the field. He ain't that one.
Oh, yeah, he gonna have it.
Yeah, he's really in the field. So y'all show some love to my bro Scotty, man. Y'all be out here hate. You feel me? Show love to the ones that's really working, dog. Y'all know how I get down, man. Big dog status, family.
Right. Real talk. And appreciate everybody for coming in the building. Man, we had another great show today. We see, you know what I'm saying? You see that clown didn't touch that link, though. You feel me? You see these dudes be scared behind that motherfucking keyboard. They really be some scared ass bitches behind that keyboard. They'll talk a whole bunch of shit, but they won't get on that camera for no amount of money. You feel what I'm saying? But with that being said, make sure that y'all hit the like button before you leave out. And once again, I appreciate everybody that came through, showing love and watched the show. Cassandra Mason gonna come in when we ended the show. She said, "Lord, I didn't miss the whole show." Hey, you know it'll be up. You can watch the run back.
Didn't miss it, Cassandra. Man, Keon went back and forth over Triple G. I defended Triple G for you from the whole show. Cassandra go watch the whole show. Where at? Bonnie, where at? Y'all talking about Triple G nowhere? Oh, I'm sorry. The last show, Cassandra.
Oh shit! But salute to the Queen Cassandra in the building. But yeah, so you know, salute to everybody. Appreciate everybody once again, and we'll be back. Y'all already know. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.